everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into something pretty cool today. It's kind of a mix of music history and a little bit of bling.
Bling is right.
Yeah, you know those commemorative coins?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the UK is making some special ones for Paul McCartney.
Wow, really? So, uh, historical figures and stuff usually get those right,
Exactly. It definitely makes you think.
for sure. And so, are they saying he's up there with, kings and queens?
Right. I mean, the guy is a legend, but...
Totally, yeah.
So our source for this deep dive is an article from the Associated Press. It's called
Oh,
Specially Minted Paul McCartney UK Coins to Go on Sale as Part of Legends Collection.
catchy.
And we're not just looking at, the coins themselves, but like what this all means.
Yeah, that's the interesting part, right? Like, what does this say about us? I mean, about our culture and how we see artists.
Totally. So this McCartney collection has coins with designs from different parts of his career,
Okay.
After the Beatles. So there's his magic piano, his Hofner bass, Wings logo, even his signature is on some of them.
Nice. And are they all the same, like, material and everything?
Oh, no, they've got different finishes. Some are colored editions. And get this.
What?
There's a 2-ounce gold-proof coin.
Whoa.
And it has a face value, get this, of 200 pounds.
200 pounds? Do you think anyone's actually going to spend that?
Mm,
Like, at the store?
right. Like,
Yeah,
here's
but-
your change, a Paul McCartney coin.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's worth a fortune, though.
It is. They're selling it for almost 6,000 pounds.
Wow. I guess that's what happens when you mix music with, precious metals.
Yeah. It's like a collector's item and currency at the same time. Kind of blurs the line.
For sure. It
Yeah.
makes you think about what we consider valuable, like
Yeah.
in a world with, digital currency and NFTs.
Totally. Oh, and this McCartney set, it's actually part of the bigger thing.
Oh.
The Royal Mint has this whole Music Legends series going on.
Huh. Like a whole collection of coins with musicians on them.
Yeah. They've already done David Bowie, George Michael, even the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. That's wild. I mean, what do you think it means? Like when a country puts musicians on their money?
I don't know. It's definitely interesting.
It's like saying music is a big part of who we are.
Yeah. Like it's not just entertainment. It's part of our history.
Exactly. It shapes us.
Yeah.
Like our identity, memories even.
You wonder, though, like, is getting your face on a coin,
Yeah.
is that a bigger deal than, say, a knighthood or a Lifetime Achievement Award?
That's a tough one. I mean, a knighthood comes from the Queen, an award from, some organization.
But a coin,
A coin's different. Everyone uses it. It's out there,
true. Like a little reminder of the artist every time you see it.
Right. And speaking of the design, I heard McCartney actually had a say in it.
Oh, yeah, he was involved in the whole process.
Wow. Can you imagine? Designing your own coin.
That'd be amazing. Oh, and the article mentioned something really cool. You know how he used to use pennies as guitar picks?
Back in the day, yeah.
Well, the Royal Mint made him a special plectrum-shaped coin.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's like they really put thought into it.
Yeah, it's those little touches that make it special.
Like it's not just mass produced, there's actual respect there for the artist.
Totally. It shows you that even these huge icons, they started somewhere.
Right. With just a passion and a dream.
It's pretty inspiring, that journey from, struggling artist to legend.
And now he's got coins.
It's amazing what talent and hard work can do.
And maybe a bit of luck, too.
Yeah, definitely a bit of luck. And speaking of amazing, some of these coins are being auctioned off.
Oh, really? Like for charity or something?
Yeah, they're auctioning a gold one.
Okay.
It's signed, and get this, it weighs 5 kilograms.
5 kilograms. That's got to be heavier than a guitar.
Right. And they have 4 5-kilogram silver ones, too.
Wow. So the money's going to a good cause.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and the gold one, McCartney actually signed it during his Got Back tour in Paris.
So cool. That's a story to tell.
Yeah.
So it's like art, commerce, and charity all in one.
Exactly. I mean, the coins themselves are beautiful. They're being sold for a ton of money, and it's all going to help people.
It's like art can actually make a difference,
It really makes you think.
Yeah.
So we've got these coins that are celebrating a music legend. They're part of a bigger collection, and they're raising money for charity. This deep dive is definitely shaping up to be interesting. What stood out to you the most so far?
I think for me, it's that these coins, they're like these little time capsules. They're not just about Paul McCartney, but about a whole era of music. Like they capture something bigger,
That's a great point. They really do bridge the gap between then and now. It's like a musician from the 60s still impacting us today.
Exactly. It's not just the music either, right? I mean, the Beatles and his solo stuff, They've influenced so much.
Oh, yeah, totally. Like fashion, art.
Social movements, even.
It's crazy how much one band can impact the world.
It really is. And these coins, they're like these little monuments to all of that.
That's a good way to put it. It's kind of funny, though,
What is?
that something so small, like a coin, can hold so much meaning.
That's the power of symbols, right? They can represent so much more than just, what they are.
It's true. These coins are like a connection to a whole different time.
To a whole cultural moment, really.
It makes you wonder what people will think of them years from now.
Oh, yeah, like will they just see them as old coins?
Or will they still feel that connection to McCartney?
Good question. It's like, are they going to be these valuable artifacts in a museum someday?
Imagine that. Like a McCartney coin next to some ancient Roman stuff.
That would be pretty wild.
I guess what seems ordinary to us now could be, extraordinary later.
Yeah, it's all about perspective
Right.
and how things change over time.
That's true. Makes you think about how we assign value to things.
For sure. And it's a good reminder to, preserve these things, even if they seem kind of mundane right now.
Yeah, because they tell a story. Okay, so we've talked about the meaning behind the coins, but what about the actual designs?
Oh, they're really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they capture different parts of his career.
Like what?
Well, you've got the Hofner bass, of course,
Classic.
and then there's one with the magic piano.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
It's whimsical.
It is. There's a good balance,
Yeah.
like between serious and playful.
Yeah, I think they did a good job capturing his personality.
I agree. I really like the one with his signature.
Yeah, me too.
It's personal.
Like you're holding a piece of him.
Exactly. It's like a direct connection.
And it's kind of whimsical too, which I think fits him.
Yeah, he's always been known for that.
I like that they use different finishes and colors too.
Yeah, it adds a nice touch.
And it makes the collection appeal to more people.
Right. Like some people might like the gold ones, others the silver ones.
Exactly. I think it's smart.
It's like they're acknowledging that there's not just one way to, appreciate art.
It's a good point. Plus, it's just cool to see coins that are different.
Yeah, it's not your typical boring coin design.
It's like they're pushing the boundaries a bit.
Definitely. They're more like little works of art. I agree. So we've been focusing on the McCartney coins, but what about the rest of the Music Legends collection?
Right. They've got some great ones already.
Do you think they'll keep adding more?
Oh, I'm sure they will. It's been really popular.
Who do you think they should do next?
That's tough. So many to choose from.
I know, right? But I think they should stick with musicians who've had a big impact on British music.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
about celebrating their heritage.
But wouldn't it be cool if they did like whole bands?
Oh, like the Beatles as a group.
Yeah. Or even genres.
Ooh, punk rock set.
That would be awesome. Or like the pioneers of electronic music.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Would be a way to introduce those genres to younger people.
Right, like keep the music alive.
Speaking of keeping things alive, the Royal Mint is auctioning off some special McCartney coins for charity.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's great that he's using this to give back.
It really is. It shows his character.
And it's a good example of how, art and philanthropy can go hand in hand.
Yeah, definitely. It's inspiring to see someone use their platform for good.
It makes you think about what kind of mark we want to leave on the world.
That's a good point. This whole deep dive has been making me think about legacy a lot.
Yeah, me too. Like, what do we want to leave behind?
It's not just about possessions, though.
No, it's about the impact we have on others.
The memories we create.
And these coins, they're like a physical representation of that.
Yeah, they represent McCartney's creativity, his impact, his generosity.
It makes you think about what you want your own legacy to be.
But it's also a reminder that we don't have total control over it, right?
That's true. Like time and other people's perspectives, those things play a role too.
Yeah, it's humbling.
It is. But it's also kind of freeing.
How so?
Because it means we can just focus on living in the moment.
And doing the best we can.
Exactly. And hopefully that's enough to, leave a positive mark.
I think it is.
It really is. It's like you're saying, focus on what you can control and let the rest sort itself out.
Yeah. And, the article got me thinking about something else.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Well, we talked about these coins and how special they are.
Right.
But we're living in a world that's like all about digital stuff.
Totally. Crypto, NFTs, the metaverse.
Exactly. So it makes you wonder,
Shekel.
where do these like physical coins even fit in anymore?
It's a good question. Are they going to become even more special because they're like these tangible things?
It's possible, right? Like in a digital world, maybe we crave that physical connection even more.
I think so. There's something about holding a real object.
Yeah. It's different than just seeing it on a screen.
Like you said, it's got weight, texture, history.
And in this case, it's like holding a piece of music history.
Little piece of Paul McCartney.
Exactly. And it reminds us that even though the world changes, some things are worth holding on to.
It's true. Makes you appreciate those things even more.
Definitely. It all comes back to that question we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
If you could design a coin for a music legend.
Who would it be and what would be on it?
Yeah. What would you do?
That's tough. But I think I'd go for something symbolic.
Symbolic. Like what?
Maybe an instrument that represents their sound,
Okay.
or like an image that makes you feel a certain way when you hear their music.
Oh, I like that. It's about capturing their essence.
Exactly. Not just what they look like.
It's about the feeling.
Yeah, the feeling. This has been a really cool deep dive.
I know, right? We've covered so much.
Yeah, we went from the McCartney coins to like the whole meaning of legacy.
And everything in between.
It's amazing how these objects can make you think.
Yeah, they really can. It's like they spark these whole conversations.
Totally. And on that note, I want to leave our listeners with one last thought.
Okay.
What objects around you make you curious? What stories do they tell?
And what will you leave behind for others to discover?
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
It's been fun.
We'll catch you next time.